As we count down to the New York City Marathon, this next story is about one of the inspiring runners you will find on the course this Sunday. A man who, despite having 3 massive surgeries on his brain, did not let that either define him or prevent him from doing something he loves. Eyewitness News anchor Joe Torres with more.
When I was 14 and a half, I randomly walked on the street and I just did this, and I felt that there was a bump here. So went to the doctor. I would say in a week I was already in the operating room.
Doctors diagnosed Ido with a rare type of bone tumor, one that kept growing in that same part of his forehead, but it was supposed to stop when he stopped growing.
Fast forward, when I was 26, I'm not supposed to grow anymore. I'm not a teenager anymore. Unfortunately, it grew back again.
And that wasn't the last time. Ido faced complications that led to another, even more major surgery just last year. A surgery Ido went into not knowing how he would feel when he woke up.
They kind of like open it from ear to ear, opening all of it. And who knows what's going to happen? Am I going to wake up? How am I going to wake up? From a previous surgery when I was 17, I woke up with nerve damage. I can't basically lift my left hand because my nerves are damaged here.
Doctors then put Ido on a road to recovery that required not 1, but 2 surgeries to reconstruct part of his forehead with a metal plate to ensure this never happens again. And when he woke up with a mission.
I said to myself, next year, I'm gonna run all 6 in 1 year, and I wanna finish it in the TCS New York City Marathon, which is my city.
He says the last year was one of the hardest ever, in part because of the surgeries, but the emotions he will feel crossing the finish line will make it all worth it.
While the body was suffering, the body was going through all of it, I kept my soul and my spirit high and positive as much as possible. It will be that stamp. You chose well, you chose right.
And his biggest hope is to inspire others along the way.
When you believe in yourself and when you believe that you have that power, have that energy, have that thing in you, that drive in you that can help you get out of it, you'll find it and you will. And here I am.